Hey guys, welcome to Pennsylvania Patriot. Today I'm going to do a little something different I don't usually do, and that's a handgun review. This one is a Glock 21. It's empty. I always check my handguns because I don't ever keep them empty, but I made sure before the video I'm checking again. If you don't carry one in a pipe, bad idea. If you're carrying, when bad things happen, you need to have ammunition and a firearm available right now. Bad guys don't wait till you chamber around. So let's get on with the video. So this is a Glock 21, and if you're not familiar with Glocks, these are made in Austria. Glock's been around for a very long time, and I consider them to be like the AK-47 of the firearm world. They're very reliable. This one I got used. My wife actually bought me this for Father's Day, and it was in pristine condition. I believe somebody probably just bought this, never fired it. There's not a mark on it, other than my fingerprints and everything, but these have a 4.61 inch or 4.6 inch barrel on them. This one I took it out right away and fired it, shot really well. It did come with the Glock night sights, which were pretty dim, so I got a new set of Glock night sights and stuck on. They're pretty easy to replace. You just drift these out. There's a little screw up. The other thing I did add was a NDZ Performance guide rod and a little heavier spring. That just makes the lockup time a little faster, and it actually adds a little bit of accuracy to the handgun. These, they strip very easily. On these you just pull the trigger. Now with this spring it's a little tighter, but you come back just a little bit and then you push forward. So there's two tabs here, one on each side. You just come forward. There's your lower, there's your upper. To strip it, take out your recoil spring and guide rail, and then just lift and pull your barrel out. And that's field stripped. And big old caliber. By the way, Glock 21s are in 45 ACP, which I feel is a absolute amazing caliber. Sorry for the lights flickering. We're having a little bit of power issues around here today, but anyway, so these are a little bit big in the hand. I have large hands, so if you have small hands, they do make what now they call it an SF version, and they've taken a little bit off the back strap back here and thinned it down. Glocks have a big hole back in here. It's just empty airspace, and a lot of guys put plugs in here, but what Glock did is they trim these down a little bit for the SF, so they do, the Gen 4s and Gen 5s are going to be a little bit thinner this way, not this way. And these come with a 13 plus 1, so it's a double stack mag. So you get 14 plus 1 if you carry one in the pipe, which you should. Always carry one in the pipe. If you're carrying, carry one in the pipe. So there ain't much that can't be said about a Glock that's already been said, because they're great. Some people think they're ugly. I really like them. They're my absolute favorite semi-automatic to carry, and if I could own every single one of them I would, because they're just great handguns. This one does come with a rail. I think all the new ones do. You can put a light on here or a laser. They even make a light with a laser. And the triggers on these, they're not bad. I don't have a trigger gauge, but double check. But it has a little blade on it, and that's actually your safety. There is no safety on this firearm other than this. But if you pull the trigger and you're not hitting that blade, that's all the further it will go, either side. I can put fingers on both sides, but then what this blade doesn't work like an AccuTrigger and lighten the trigger. It's literally, it's engages so the sear will engage, and then you have a little bit of take up, and boom, it goes off, and then it resets. So that's the Glock 21, and then I got this holster This is a side-tack holster, and it's a paddle style holster. And you can wear this with a belt, and it goes in between here and outside the hip, or you can throw this in your pants and put your belt through here, and it's really solid. And what I really like about this is when the firearm goes in here, it locks. I mean, you can shake the crap out of this thing, and then you just push it to release. And it's actually, because it's so far down here, if you have an MOS optic, like a micro dot on here, it's going to be fine to carry it. And this is outside the waistband. This would be a little bit tough to conceal. It's a fairly big handgun. I didn't buy that for that. I bought this for when I'm trout fishing, if I'm out bow hunting, and maybe there's a black bear around where I live. There's black bear, quite a bit of them. So carry this with a 255 grain hard cast bullet from like Buffalo Bore plus P. You want to run a little heavier spring if you're going to shoot a lot of this. Plus P's are a little rough on the gun, but if you put a little heavier, like a 22 or 24 pound spring in here, I have a 20 pound now. They come with a 17 pound from the factory and a polymer guide rod. So for $23, so you can get on NDZ and get a new guide rod and spring kit. They come with 3 springs, 20, 22, and 24. And it really works good. So I just wanted to show you guys this a little bit, and maybe we'll do a video on 45 ACP and the history of it. But if you're into Glocks, you know what a 21 is already. They're a pretty iconic Glock, and it's a fantastic firearm. So glad you guys could tune in, and hey, aim small, miss small. Thanks.